Hi, this is GED teacher Damon Tennant, and in this video, I am going to tell you the 5 things you need to know to pass the GED test. The first thing I want to tell you is that the GED test is the same everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're taking the test in South Africa. It doesn't matter if you're taking it in the United Arab Emirates. It doesn't matter if you're taking it in Canada. It doesn't matter if you're taking it in California or Arizona. The GED test comes from one source, the GED testing service, and that test is the same everywhere. The second thing I want to tell you is that the GED last changed in 2014. So as you're searching on the internet for GED test or GED information, you're going to see GED 2014, GED 2015, GED 2016, GED 2017. None of that matters. That is specific to the date of publication that particular organization or publishing house or teacher or whomever published their information. But the GED test last changed in 2014. Now, there have been changes to the test, but not to the content of the test. So let me be very specific. The GED, when it came out in 2014, it used to be 150 to pass. That changed in 2016. It went down to 145. The GED math, the amount of time you get to take the math test increased by 20 minutes. That happened almost right away back in 2014. On the GED social studies test, they dropped the extended response, or what's better known as the essay. So things like that have changed, but the content has not changed. So anything you see that has test content, meaning what's actually being tested, what's on the test, that has not changed since 2014. So do not be fooled, do not be misled to think that if something says 17, it's more up to date. Well, it might be newer material, but it's on the same exact content of 2014. The third thing I want to tell you is that you have to have an account at GED.com. You sign up on GED.com, and that's where you register to take the test. You have to take this test in person. People ask me all the time, is this a scam? Is that a scam? Well, the scam is that if somebody tells you you can take the GED test online, you register online, but you have to take this test in person. Of course, that makes sense, because then if you could take it online, anybody could take the test for you, and it would be not you taking the test and not your GED. So again, you have to register on GED.com, get an account there, but you have to take this test in person. The fourth thing that I want to tell you is that the GED test is harder. It is definitely harder. And it is harder for one reason and one reason only. That is because of algebra. Okay? The reading test, it's still reading. The extended response, it's a little bit different from the essay, because they're giving you 2 pieces to read, and then you write based upon what you're reading. So that's a little bit harder. But the real reason this test is harder is because of the algebra. I got famous on YouTube because I told everyone that you did not need algebra in order to pass the test. And so I helped thousands of people pass the test with that knowledge that you didn't need algebra, but now you do. And see, the reason why algebra makes everything so much harder, because if you dropped out of school, you likely didn't finish algebra. Maybe you didn't get to algebra. Maybe you failed algebra. Maybe you squeaked through algebra and didn't really understand it. And then now it's 10, 15, 20 years later, 5 years later maybe, and you come back to it, and it is just a hard subject. It is when you go from the basics of math to that more conceptual form of math, and it's just harder. And that's why this test is harder. That's what's stopping everybody. That's why the number of people who passed the test, that's why it plummeted when this new test came out, is because of the algebra. That is the reason why. So the test is harder. People ask me that all the time, and I say, yes, it is harder. Now, the fifth thing I want to tell you is that you can do it. You can do it. A lot of people I talk to online, they get discouraged, and they say, is this test passable? Yes, you can get algebra if you get with the right system, the right teacher. I always say that there's 3 elements to passing the GED. It's kind of like a triangle. There's you up here, there's good materials over here, and then there's a good teacher right here. There's one right there. And if you have those three elements together, you can get algebra and you can knock this thing out. So again, there are 5 things that you need to know to pass the GED test. Number 1 is that the test is the same everywhere. There is no California GED, no Kentucky GED, no Florida GED. It's the same everywhere. The test, number 2, the test last changed in 2014. And so the content is the exact same. Nothing has changed. There is no new content. There is no new subjects that have been added. Although there have been some changes, such as the test score has been reduced from 150 to 145. And we know that the other things I mentioned earlier in this video. Number 3, you have to sign up to GED.com to get an account in order to register to take the test. And you have to take the test in person. Number 4, yes, it's harder, and that's harder primarily because of algebra. And number 5, you can do it. Okay, and again, I've never seen anybody who had a motivated student up here, you, good solid materials right here, and a solid teacher who knows what they're doing and helping you. You can get algebra and you can do it. Again, this has been GED teacher Damon Tennant giving you the 5 things you need to know to pass the GED test. If you like this video, please like it. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe because you will get content as I produce it to your email or however you connect with YouTube. And if you need more information on what I provide, please go to mygedlive.com. Thank you.